All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yellow! Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's McCoy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago at the time that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yellow, yellow! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Check motion, 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 motion. Attack, attack.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Tighten up, 15. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We go.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Watch motion. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go. Watch the twist. Here we go.
Now Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Watch the edge.
Now Leonard Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Go, 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 go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. Watch the room.
2nd and 5 now. Foles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
58 to Mike.
Foles looking deep for Julio. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here's Foles. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Foles. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check. Hey, someone. Under. Mike's 50.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he spins past him and into space. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. McCoy's got the 1st down and more. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs 7, Jaguars nothing. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Frank Clark getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and long. He completes it to Julio Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Now back to throw. The left side completion to Jones. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
58, right over there, right over there.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Foles looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Watch Tiger. Check. Fresno.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch out. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the curls.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 12, Foles. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Walk tight. Tight and right.
Mahomes going to throw. He finds McCoy. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Frank Clark, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three. Begin.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have done. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, 57. Box trap. 44.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch this.
On second and 11 now. Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Pick. Deuce. 12. Hey, wahoo! 58, boy, 58, it's Mike. Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got some room at the 30. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This is Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on first down. McCoy. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spill. Snap.
Off the play fake. Moore. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Moore. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
On the run, it's Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
13. Get that quarterback. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, D. Mike. One. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you.
Hey, Mike 7.
Here we go, 50. Mike 50.
Hey, goal. Down goal.
They'll look to throw here. And able to find Conley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 38, Foles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
That's right, baby.
13. Hey, box drop.
They're going to look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Let's get it.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Motion.
Tiger. Hey, exit.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yeah, that's what I do.
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Julio. Touchdown, Jaguars. Julio Jones, 38 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Williams, and some room to work. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for KC. 57 yards. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. More now. Throw left side complete. It's Wells. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. More now to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And the kick by Butker is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And then I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Check 43. Back.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Fournette running right. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Moore. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 36 yards, and the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to avoid him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Williams. Telvin Smith, he was third in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 50, plant. We ain't giving up nothing yet. Get it.
A give to Williams, running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they worked on every week in practice, usually.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Chiefs, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test.